It's another wonderful, lovely day to get to kick it and talk to y'all, my good people, my good people, my good people, my my good people. All right, this episode might be a little harsh, or the episode itself ain't gonna be harsh, but like there's gonna be some harsh messaging inside of it. All right, so number one, not everybody's gonna like you. Number two, even less people are gonna love you. Number three, everybody you know is gonna die. Number four, nobody cares about your problems. Number five, these companies and corporations don't care about you at all. Man, let me see if I can reference something real quick, because I don't want to always just be shooting from the top of my head all the time. So give me 1 second. Let's see if I can find what I was looking at for a second there. Hold on. All right, hold up. How many hours ago was this? Dang. All right, so, dang, I want to read it the right way. It's not going to show it to me. So, boom. Because I can't find it right this second. And honestly, I should have had it pulled up before I decided to. Yeah, because all of this ain't none of this what I'm looking for. Let's see. I apologize, but I just want to share. See, there we go. All right, so I want y'all to understand why I just brought all that up. You know what I'm saying? You're not always going to be liked by everybody. You're going to be loved by less people than what likes you. Nobody cares about your problems, and these corporations do not care about you. Your job only cares about if you are filling the position of the needs of that job. Like, all right, so boom. I want to say this the right way. Okay, I want to talk about Joyce Carol Vincent. All right, just to give a roundabout on how the universe really, it is what it like. This is just how life works. So, Joyce Carol Vincent was born on October 19th, 1965, in London's Hammersmith district to Grenadian parents. Vincent was the youngest of 5 sisters. Her early loss of her mother at age 11 marked a significant emotional event in her life. Her career took her from a promising start in the corporate world, including a notable tenure at Ernst & Young, to a drastic shift where she found herself in a domestic abuse shelter, indicative, that's right, that indicative of her personal struggles. Vincent's professional life, one that flourished in the bustling, every time I hear the word bustling, I want to, Okay, let me start that over. Vincent's professional life, which once flourished in the bustling financial districts of London, saw a downward spiral leading to her resignation from Ernst & Young in March of 2001. This period marked the beginning of her withdrawal from social and professional circles, culminating in her move to a bedsit in North London. Her life in isolation was marked by her transition into a state where she was estranged from her family and distanced from her friends, culminating in her death around December 2003 at age 38. I don't know if y'all heard me, but she resigned in March 2001, and then she started isolating herself, and by December 2003, she had passed away. Now, this is where things get interesting, and this is where the beginning of what I said to you guys will make a little more sense. The discovery of her body in January of 2006 in a state of advanced decomposition highlights the profound solitude that characterized her final years. Her body was in such an advanced state of decomposition that the cause of death could not be conclusively determined. Speculations include an asthma attack or complications from a recent peptic ulcer, both conditions which she was known as suffered from. Now, peep this, y'all. The mechanism of automatic bill payments played a critical role in this tragedy. Vincent had her rent and utilities set up to be paid automatically from her bank account. This kept her utilities running and her rent paid for a significant period after her death, delaying the discovery of her passing. The Metropolitan Housing Trust, which owned her flat, did not realize the arrears until over $2,400 had been accumulated, prompting an investigation that led to the grim discovery. The continuous operation of her television and heating, due to debt forgiveness payments and automatic payments, created the illusion that she still was alive. When they found her, y'all, they literally found her in her apartment, sitting down on a couch as a skeleton with the TV still running. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? I want to be left alone. I be wanting to be left alone. I be wanting a week to myself. I be wanting a month to myself. Shoot, I be wanting a year to myself. I be wanting a couple of years to myself. I'm not gonna lie. But hearing stories like this makes me feel grateful that anyone ever wants to call me and reach out to me for any reason. I'm sorry. The know I'm still alive, you know what I'm saying? That dead is that, you feel me? My thing is, if you the youngest of 5 sisters, all your sisters caught up in the mix to the point to where nobody is checking on you. Like, look here, man. Me and my brother don't talk regularly, and that's entirely more my fault than it is his. Between the two of us, I'm the knucklehead. You feel me? So I will never put the blame on him for our communication issues. I'm the knucklehead of the two, so that falls on me. I'm also the youngest, which means I should be reaching out to him way more. Whether I do or I don't, that's a whole nother issue, a whole nother set of pride or whatever. But what I'm saying is, she got to a point where she was like, you know what? I ain't about to talk to none of these motherfuckers no more. I apologize, I needed that. She got to a point when she was basically like, nah, I'm not about to talk to nobody. I'm going to really turn into a hermit and, fade out that way. The fact that you could fall asleep sitting, man, if y'all could see these pictures, it almost make me want to upload the picture on this episode of the podcast because it's scary. And she was beautiful. Do you understand me? Beautiful. You mean to tell me life beat her up to a point where, and I'm not, because that sounds insensitive. So I'm gonna choose different. I apologize for that word choice, audience. I really do. So you telling me that the struggles and the hardships got so hard that she said, I'm going to isolate myself from the world, and I'm gonna set up these bills as to where I can die in 2003 and my body not get found until 2006. I don't know how much rent was, but shoot, let's just say her rent was $800 a month, because this is back in the day. Let's just say her rent was about $800 a month. She was able to have automatic bill payments kick in for about 2 years. Man, look. I think 7 times 12 is like 96 or something like that. I don't know what 8 times 12 is. I'm not going to lie. It could be 84. I don't get my math to going. But you had enough money to where your bills was being paid. So you had like 20 bands that you just gave away after you passed away to nobody. These corporations don't care about you. That's why I said it the way I said it. Not everybody gonna like you. Even less people gonna love you. These corporations and these jobs don't care about you. They got concerned because her rent got up to $2,400. Now, imagine if that was a 3-month thing. Maybe she was 3 months behind and they kicked the door in. Maybe her rent was $600 and she was 4 months behind. You feel me? Just the brain really starts turning. Like, really starts turning when I think about something like that. And I just want y'all to understand, like, the most valuable commodity any of us have is time. And we got to really start prioritizing time. We have to start utilizing time. We have to start appreciating the time that we have. I might have said this an episode ago. I might have said this 2 episodes ago. I might be saying this every episode in a row. But my message to y'all is Find something that you like to do, that you can get paid from, that's not going to be so demanding of all of your time. I'm going to tell you the problem that I'm having at my job right now. Time. In a perfect world, I would work 4 days a week. That would allow me the time to get certain things done. I, unfortunately, work 5 days a week. And on my 6th day that I'm, on day 6 where I'm off, I'm not really off because of life's responsibilities, which leaves all of my fun has to get squeezed into the 7th day. That's 1 day of fun for every whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm only having fun on 1 day a week. Mind you, out of that 1 day that I'm only having fun, think about it. You're only squeezing about 2 hours of fun, 3 hours of fun at most. So I'm saying all this to say, in your journey, in your life journey, I want you, I don't care how old you are, to reflect on whatever you got going on. I would really love to tell you guys to start a vision board, but I've never started a vision board myself. So I can't tell y'all to do something that I'm not doing. But what I will say is try to map out where you want to be on some realistic goal type time, so you don't have to ever be in a position where these things that I said in the beginning of the episode are the end all be all. I feel bad about what I'm going through personally because let's just say I don't like what I'm doing right now to make my money. Let's just say I'm not the happiest. I'm not saying this is true, but let's just say that I'm still stuck doing what I have to do. I'm stuck doing this for the foreseeable future. Because everything I want and love to do requires a budget that I don't currently have. The catch-22 is so real. That whole, you're going to have a bunch of time, but you ain't going to have no money, or you're going to have a bunch of money, but you ain't going to have no time, that is so unbelievably true that we can't get mad at the lottery. We can't get mad at these betting venues or these gambling sites or these ways that people are trying to get extra income. We cannot get mad at that because of how the world has set everything up. The world has set everything up as the way you're going to work until you can't work no more, and then you're going to die. My uncle, I don't even think my uncle was retired for 2 years. If I'm not mistaken, he passed away at 69 years old. He retired with a nice amount of money. I don't know exactly how much, but he retired with a nice amount of money, and he didn't even get to enjoy all of the hard work and putting away and and pension and savings and 401ks or whatever. He ain't even get to thoroughly enjoy it. Like I said, I don't think he was retired for a year. The funny part about life is I understand why people try to seek out church homes now, because the sense of belonging and the sense of unity doesn't necessarily exist in our community how it should. I wish that the communities were connected. Like, for example, when I lived somewhere else. I lived in a neighborhood. Now, all these people might not have really banged with each other on a daily basis. Like, they wasn't all, hey, what's up? Or, oh, what's going on? Every day. But when it came time for them to come together as a community and do like a little block party, they did it up every time. Multiple times. Memorial Day, 4th of July, Labor Day. Like clockwork. Y'all. They didn't do Thanksgiving or Christmas. Those are cold days. But like all them warm block party. And they had a sense of community that I haven't ever seen. Like, I've never seen that sense of community ever. I've been in various different places, various different little households, situations. Never seen that sense of community. Didn't even know it existed. So I say all that to say, if realistically a way that we could like unify or something like that, then that'll be dope. But there's no strategy to realistically try to unify these places. I can't unify my neighborhood. Where I currently live at, I'm cool with the neighbor next door. No, my bad. I apologize. I'm cool with the person across the street from me, directly across. I'm cool with them. 2 doors down from them, I'm cool with that person, but we don't talk. We just hi and bye, pass her by. And then I have a neighbor to the right of me who I met her grandson a long time ago, so I know her grandson. He's a stand-up dude. And then I met her son a little more recently. And in my opinion, I like him. I know the world might not feel the same way I do. Shoot, there's people in my household that don't feel the same way I do about the other guy. But I like him. So, shoot, you know what I'm saying? You got that. I want to say a house over from them, they all right. But I don't know them like that, but they all right. You know what I'm saying? But, and, like, I wish I was cool with the people on the left-hand side of me, but they got a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? And I wish it was a way to where, you know, every group of houses could just be in tune with each other. Not saying we got to know what we have for dinner every day. Not saying we got to be, excuse me, I'm sorry. Not saying we got to be like in each other's business, but just like to keep the community going, bro, because it's no way It's no way that that lady sat in her house decomposing with the TV just running. I mean, there's definitely a way because it really happened. But my brain is just like, it's shocked beyond belief. And I wish that wasn't the case. I wish it wasn't to the point where my brain was shocked beyond belief, but my brain is really shocked beyond belief. Now, like I said, it's going to sound harsh, but y'all do need to know those things I said in the beginning, because life is never going to choose to be fair. I'm going to tell you, without saying a lot, I've seen, I currently can view at least 15 different walks of life right now. From my perspective, what I'm looking at, I see people and everybody has it hard. I don't care how much money you got it hard. If you got a lot of money, you got it hard. If you got no money, you got it hard. The people at the bottom and the people at the top go through the same difficulties. For real. And y'all need to understand, we are all more alike than we are different. It's easy to point out our differences and who got what, who don't got what. How's it looking on this end of the spectrum? How's it looking on that end of the spectrum? But I'm telling you, we are all going through it. Times is hard. Inflation is real. Inflation has been real for a while. Think about it. The gas only goes down when it's election time. Gas nice and cheap because it's election time. And they need people to get out there and vote. Soon as people get out there and vote, gas can be right back up to $9 a gallon. I don't even think our voices are being heard on a countrywide scale, on a citywide scale, on a nationwide scale, on a global scale. I don't think our voices are ever even being properly heard. It's going to take a while before that change that we really looking for is going to really take place. It's going to take a while before that even happens. I wish there was a way that I could properly convey all of the things I've ever wanted to say. But it's okay not to be okay. And that's all I got for today.